Looking anxious and painfully thin, this was Daniel Pelka on one of his last days at school. The 4-year-old weighed just 1.5 stone, a state a doctor later described as like a concentration camp victim. At school in Coventry, lunchboxes had to be locked away because Daniel was stealing from other children. He ate from school bins and scooped up muddy pancakes which had been tossed into the dirt. He even tried to eat beans which had been planted in soil as part of a school experiment. His teacher, Lisa Godfrey, cried in the witness box as she told of his desperation for food. He died at the hands of his Polish mother, Magdelena Luczak, and stepfather, Mariusz Krezolek, who subjected Daniel to an incomprehensible cycle of cruelty and violence. A Birmingham jury was told that the youngster was systematically starved and beaten. He died of a head injury.
This was premeditated, pre-planned and prolonged cruelty by his parents, who of course were in an ultimate position of trust, who should have looked after Daniel. Daniel's parents turned Daniel from a beautiful, bright-eyed little boy into really a bag of bones. The way he was treated was completely wretched.
In March last year, Daniel's mother picked him up for what would be his final day at school. She emerges holding on to another child, but he was apparently ignored, left to scurry after his mother before they left the playground. At home, he faced a number of punishments. He was imprisoned behind a door with no handles. Daniel was fed salt when he asked for a drink. Sometimes he was forced to defecate on his mattress because he wasn't allowed to go to the toilet. He was also submerged in a cold bath. Text messages between the couple provided damning evidence. His mother wrote, "Daniel is crying because he wants to eat." Another text read, "Well, now he's temporarily unconscious because I nearly drowned him. I won't be hitting him, but if I hear when, as he later wakes up, regains consciousness, then he's going back into the bathtub. I didn't let the water out." Neighbours in Coventry, some who didn't want to be identified, knew it was a troubled household.
And we just heard the scream. So
you heard her scream?
Yeah.
In the house?
Yeah, outside the house.
Outside?
Yeah. And then after that, she just quiet. That's all we know. And he was aggressive, yeah.
This illustration shows the marks on Daniel's emaciated body. His mother said head injuries were inflicted by his stepfather, who attacked Daniel when he arrived home from school. A text the next day read, "He'll get over it by tomorrow. There's no point to stress ourselves out and to call the ambulance, because that will cause proper problems." The next day, 36 hours after the injury which would prove fatal, Daniel's mother dialed 999.
Oh, listen, my son, he stopped breathing. He got 4 years, yeah. And we wake up and he stopped breathing. Please send me.
Okay, what's he doing now? Is he breathing?
No, he's not breathing. Nothing.
All right, are you right by him at the moment?
What the jury heard here at Birmingham Crown Court will probably never leave them. At times, some of them were in tears. What everyone will now want to know is why school staff and the other authorities didn't do more to try to save the life of a 4-year-old boy who died in such appalling circumstances. His head teacher has issued a prepared statement which avoids the wider issues while a review is being carried out.
Although he only attended our school for 6 months, Daniel will be remembered by everybody who knew him during his all too brief time here, and his death has had a devastating impact on our school community.
School officials in Coventry have created a memorial area for Daniel, a bench with a fruit tree either side, to remember Daniel's love of nature. Why those closest to Daniel didn't love him may never be known. David Crabtree, Sky News.